Here are the highlights of the final race of 2014, race 38 at Sydney Olympic Park. Scott McLaughlin on pole in the Volvo, but Garth Tander made the best jump in the 250k race. Mark Winterbottom had drama at turn 1. Craig Lowndes was off the road not long later. They both slipped down to the tail of the field. Drivers on wet weather tyres on the slippery racetrack. Shane van Gisbergen moving to the lead. Timed those soon within a couple of laps to go to slick, dry tyres. Marcus Ambrose returning to the championship, finding the limits in the Xbox Ford for Dick Johnson Racing. Tim Slade, super cheap auto car, worked his way up the order, but they had to keep an eye on one of the air jacks which started to fall out of the bottom of the car. Jamie Whincup, with the championship locked up, was racing hard. He got a spot from Chaz Most at P4 in the Red Bull Commodore, and then the eyes went to the skies. It got really messy. The rain was coming. Mark Winterbottom, he was messy too. He was in the wall, and that pretty much ended his chances to finish second in the championship. Tim Edwards disgusted as they again miss out on the crown this season in the championship. Shane van Gisbergen making his final stop in the VIP Pet Foods car as the rain really started to close in. The sky was black. Garth Tander was working hard for HRT. Whincup very briefly had to stack behind Craig Lowndes on his way into the pits. Garth Tander stayed out there longer than anyone, and he would get a nice reward. He would rejoin in the lead of the race, but by then the track was treacherous. There were rivers everywhere. Safety car was called, and within seconds, Tander down the escape road at turn 9. Blake Smithy's engineer could not believe it. It let van Gisbergen into the lead of the race. The safety car was called, and the field was reduced to walking pace because of the conditions. Thunder and lightning, rain everywhere, rivers forming right throughout this course of Sydney Olympic Park. In the end, the conditions were just too bad. The race was suspended under the red flag, all cars taken back to pit lane, but it never restarted. Such was the conditions. Unbelievable stuff to finish. The race was abandoned. The results declared. 4th place for Jamie Whincup, officially the champ. Shane van Gisbergen awarded the victory in the final race, with Garth Tander and James Courtney rounding out the podium.